So now the new question becomes, well, how do you get quality sleep?
Question is, how many hours do you need to sleep? Since sleep is part of the process in getting a lean body, giving your eating properly, you're working properly. Everybody is different when it comes to sleeping. Some people can have 6 hours sleep, I believe, and feel good about it because they're getting good quality sleep. But some people, even though they sleep 6 hours, they're not. Maybe Ellen can explain to me what is the difference between quality sleep and not quality sleep, and how do you get that?
You know what, that's actually a really good question, because we've always heard time and time again, you gotta get your 8 hours, gotta get your 8 hours, gotta get your 8 hours. But how many times, and maybe you can answer this yourself, how many times have you gone to sleep for 8 hours, woken up, and still felt like you didn't sleep at 8 hours? So these days, two factors kick in. Number one, we can sleep 8 hours and still feel tired, which is bad. And number two, we're so busy living in these cities these days, unless you live somewhere like in the farm or even people that live in a farm gotta get up early to work. It's like everybody's busy these days. So the amount of people that can actually get a full 8 hours without interruption, I to this day maybe know one person. The majority of people I know, they're sleeping 4, 5, 6 hours a night because we're busy people. So now the new question becomes, well, how do you get quality sleep on less time? And we've talked about this on several other videos, but it's important to re-talk about it, rediscuss it again. I believe, and Helen has experienced this as well, and many of our other clients, we believe that if you want better sleep, you have to support your body's ability to gain access to that better sleep. The only way to sleep better is to get to REM sleep, which is the fourth stage of sleep. When you fall asleep, you don't get to REM right away, REM, rapid eye movement sleep. That only happens after a certain duration of time. Simple supplements like zinc and magnesium in small amounts taken 20 minutes average before bed allows the body to shorten the time span to get to REM sleep fast. And only during REM sleep is when the body actually rejuvenates. This is why someone like Helen could sleep. It was hard to get you to do 8 hours, but she could do 7. A lot of times she was doing 6 hours a night. Yet, on 6 hours a night, she managed to drop her body fat significantly by an average of about 5 to 7 pounds, while raising your muscle mass by about 4 to 6 pounds, depending on the competition. And it was enough to help her win a first, second, third place spot. That's super important, because if you look at the time duration that she needed to make that transition, her first transition only happened in 3 months. Yes, she trained from 2018 to 2019, but the results were minimal because we weren't using supplements. She wasn't using protein. She wasn't using all these extra things. She wasn't watching, and she didn't need to, by the way, because 2018, that was not the goal. But the moment you said, okay, I got to do this. I want to make this happen. I want to get on stage. I want to win. Well, actually, it was more me. I was like, you got to win. Because I was pumped. I knew that she could do it. The first thing that we did is we looked at what are you consuming, and is what you're consuming giving you the ability to sleep on less time and still get better quality results in the way your muscle looks and feels. I mean, you tell us, Helen, how did that feel when you weren't using zinc magnesium to sleep versus the times you were?
Of course, it's different, but the challenge was I didn't know there are supplements that can help me get quality sleep, and that was the biggest challenge.
Right.
So many people don't know about it, and at the same time, not many people are open-minded to supplements.
Right.
So,
in the beginning, no one ever is, right?
And
so real quick, so tell them then, because you transition, and you and I, just so you know, okay, a little backstory, we used to bicker a lot. We used to be like, okay, Helen, you got to take these supplements. She's like, no, I don't want to. I'm like, okay, no problem. And then it would be a period of time before she would say, okay, you know what? I'll give it a shot. What was it for you that made you decide, okay, it's time for me to try something different, which is what led you to try something as simple as zinc and magnesium supplements?
This is the same, right? We always stuck to the places that we feel comfortable. And the thing is, I knew what I knew, right? And I was not willing to try something new. And I was just that person that wasn't open-minded yet, until I started becoming a little bit more open-minded trusting other people, trusting my body, because I wasn't getting the results. So might as well try something different. So you have to try something different to get different results. I was expecting the same result, doing the same thing.
Right. So knowing that you weren't getting better results, despite the fact you were doing the same thing, how long did it take you before you finally said, okay, I'm just going to give it a shot? Like roughly how much time was that?
Oh my God, I lost at least months and months, almost 6 months.
Right.
Because I don't want to do that. So next time if you have challenges, go for it. Get the help and trust the process. If you don't like it, you can always switch back.
Right. And I know that there's so much fear out there because like a lot of people worry like, isn't that medicine or is that a medication? We always say the same thing. Like we share our advice, our personal experience, but we're not doctors. And you should always check with your healthcare physician or your healthcare professional if you're really unsure. But if you don't want to talk to your doctors, then go into the communities. Like you can go into Facebook, you can go to Facebook groups. You can find so many different fitness groups of your genre, of your category, of your age group that can really support you, that can tell you from their personal experience, like, hey, this is what I use to get better quality sleep. You don't just have to listen to us, but if you're not getting the sleep that you want, if you're not getting the sleep quality, you've got to find a way, because if you don't, then you end up like so many other people that we feel bad for, where they end up living the same day in, day out. They feel weaker, they feel more tired, they get more short-tempered. Their quality of life just isn't the same. And it's not just about money or like all the other stuff that people associate to having a better life. To us, a better life starts with your body and the level of energy that you have. Because without that, it's hard to be happy. And if you're not happy, then it's really hard to go after all the other things that you want, like a great body, right?
Totally. Like just get yourself out there to look out for information. And again, success needs clues.
Ding!